continually and every day. Keep me on fire for you. Continually and every day. Keep me on fire for you. Continually and every.
About 2 years ago, I had an encounter that really changed my thinking and my whole life in the area of finances. The Lord Jesus appeared to me in that revelation and said to me, Apostle Ken, my son, you can only be rich through giving and channels. Through giving and channels. Through giving and channels. He disappeared and I woke up. I called my wife. I said, I just received divine visitation. The Lord appeared to me. Look at what he said. And she said, go and do a gross research on those words. Giving, channel. You can only be rich through giving and channels. So I understand the covenant of giving very well. But these channels, so I got to study and discover that channels means sources of income. Channels of income. Streams of income. Platforms and investments through which money will come to you. So if you want to be rich, you must have channels of income. Channels of income. I believe the last year I was watching TV at night. I was alone watching TV in my sitting room, and I saw a woman, a major billionaire in this country based in Lagos. They were interviewing her, asking her questions about the source of her wealth. And she said, I have a furniture company. I have a major furniture company in Nigeria, and I have many workers working for me. They asked the woman, how come? How did you start? How did everything start? He said, I was a poor woman. I had nothing. I was suffering with my family. He said, one time I discovered that life does not give you what you desire, but what you seize out of it. And that as a man thinketh, so he is. Every man is a product of his thought. And that is also in the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 7b. As a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. He said, I had to engage myself in strategic thinking. I began to think, what can I do to change my life? What channel of income must I create for myself? Because I have come to discover that everything a man needs in life, it takes money to have them. Anything you need in life, you need money to have them. You want to get married, you need money to get married, to marry your wife or your husband, your wife. Then you want to have children, you need money for that as well. They don't eat, they will die. There's no alternative, they will die. So you need money to trade them. So we need money for cars, for house rent, for house, for land, for hospital bills, school fees, feeding. So the clothes we wear, money, the strength we have. Without money, the one you were born with can't sustain you. You need money to feed yourself and to keep yourself alive. When she discovered that money is very, very important in the life of a man, she said, I began to think, what must I do that to give me big money, enough money that can meet all my needs? He said, while I was thinking, an idea came to my mind. It is why when you think that you receive ideas. Ideas are product of what? Strategic thinking. Now, he said, when the idea came, I wrote it down. Next thing, began to apply the ideas. What was the idea? The idea was the woman to open a furniture company. How? First, she did her complimentary card, wrote the name of her company on it, did the signpost, a banner, began to share the flyers. Then the banner also pasted in different places, was having flyers, began to arrange the flyers, rented the store. This is the office of my company. So he went to meet some furniture persons. Those who do furniture, they met them, and those who are upholsterers, those who cover chairs. He met them and had the meeting with them and said, be working for me every month, I will be paying you. You will be my manager, you will be my secretary, you will be my personal assistant, so on and so forth. And he said, we are going to be well dressed as we move around hotels, companies, and even big homes to introduce our business unto them. That was what the woman was doing with his employees. They were moving around the city of Lagos, sharing their flyers, pasting their billboard and their banners, going to the radio, please help us to advertise it. This is 20,000 naira, help us to just earn it. Surprisingly, a hotel contracted the woman and said, come and give us estimate. We just built a new hotel now and we named estimate for the whole furniture. Wow, it was hundreds of millions. The woman went there with the PA, with the furniture people who dress up as manager, PA, secretary, and so on and so forth. He said, okay, just give me some hours to give you the estimate. Your guy, you are the one who is the furniture. I check everything. How many rooms will it cost? This? They checked everything together, and he was able, and she added her own to it, some millions to it, and gave the man. The contract was approved. That was the beginning of their breakthrough. That was how they started the furniture company. Then while that contract was ongoing, another person called them. Because advertisements is very, very important in business. Advertisement, getting the public to know or getting the public informed of what you do is very, very important. If they are not aware, they cannot patronize you. So they began to call her from left, from right. This company, that family needs chair, needs this, needs bed, needs wardrobe. Just like that. That school called, they said they need chairs, they need the desk for students. And each of them, millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions. The woman said, as I speak now, even on Sunday, we go to shop. And there's no day we don't go to shop. He said, we have hired many furniture persons, and we have hired many many workers. We have hired many workers, competent people, those who take record, those who manage the investment, those who supply, those who do different people now working for them. So we now do both local and foreign furniture for people. You see, that was how she made the money. So immediately after our Sunday service, they begin to run back to the shop to go and do some work. He said, my daughter, who just finished from the university now, just opened another furniture business in Victoria Island, where she's running her own company now, and she's doing extremely well there also. She learned from me. After she graduated, she came to learn from my own company, and she said, mommy, there's money here, so let me just go and open my own. Said, my daughter is making millions now also from the same business. You can create your own world. Hear this. A man is only permitted to inhabit what he created. A man is only permitted by nature and by God to inhabit or to occupy what he created. What have you created? When you create a family, you become the head of the family. When you create a church, you become the head of the church, the GO of the church. When you create a community, you become the king of the community. You pre-head it. So when you create a business, you become the head. You create a company, the same thing, the head. So please don't stop singing, I will be the head and not the tail, without doing things that will make you the head. I also, that day, a boy came to testify in the church. He said he graduated like other students. He went for service like other students. They always complain that there's no job in Nigeria, there's no work in Nigeria. Nigeria, it's a nation of the highest rate of unemployment in the world. So there's no job, there's no hope. So, but he said, I had hope because I believe in the power of my mind. That if I can think, I will receive idea. And if I can engage those ideas, money will come. He said, immediately I finished my youth corps service, I went to Abuja. He said, I sat down and I began to think, and I received idea about real estate. He said, I began to take notes. I wrote down everything that I got as ideas, because ideas are the most expensive products in the market. He said, I wrote everything down. The next thing, I took a banner. I wrote the name of a company, my real estate company. Then I snapped some big building. Then installed the pictures on the banners. Then pasted them in different places in Abuja. Put number. I build social mansion. If you need social building, contact this number that we build for you. Began to do the advert. 1 month, no one called. He kept doing it. He kept doing it. That's why you must do a business that you have passion for. Because when test comes, if you lack passion in what you are doing, you will quit. Because his passion was on it. He refused to relent. He refused to withdraw. He kept going. He persisted. So consistency is needed in the pursuit of financial freedom. This boy said, I remained. I kept working, doing everything I could. Believe it, one day someone will call. Surprisingly, within 3 months, a call came from a notable billionaire in Abuja. I said, come and see me. I want to be an estate. I saw your advert on TV. I saw your advert on radio. I saw your advert on the billboard. Please come. Can you build this house for me? I need to also house unit, about 50 housing unit estate. How much will it cost? Look at the That was how it happened. And this boy had already hired some engineers, some surveyors, some architects, and so on and so forth that will work with him. Immediately he was called. He went with them. They dressed very well. And when he got there, he was talking as a big man. Oh yes, you know this, I can do this. I have been in this business for some years now. I'm well experienced. This is and whether this was his first time. So it was how he was given the contract. While that contract was ongoing, he received more money to advertise the business the more, and more people began to patronize him. When he came out that day for testimony, he says, I speak now, I am worth 6 billion naira. He's worth 6 billion. He has built several estates by this special grace of a youth corper, whereas others are tying their bet on their chest, holding white and black files, moving from place to place looking for job. Your parents never sent you to school to go and look for a job, but to create job with the knowledge you acquire from the school. Do something. Believe in God, good, but believe also in yourself. Believe in your capacity. Believe you can make it. You can do it. You can surprise your family. Refuse to withdraw. Refuse to relent. Create channels of income with the knowledge you acquire in school. And I tell you, money will come to you, and you will never lack money all the days of your life. You have the power to create wealth in you. God bless you.